Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm here with Plato today, and we're bringing you a story about Loki Season 2. The trailer actually just came out for the second season today, and a lot of people are talking about it. They think it's pretty good. I honestly think that it looks like a pretty good trailer, but I'm not so easily fooled. I know what to expect when it comes to anything that is Marvel related, with a grain of salt. That is right, even more so with Disney Plus Marvel shows, like Loki Season 1, which was a complete bait and switch. They took Loki and replaced him with Sylvie, who was not even Loki. They made him a beta male and are completely redoing everything about him, apparently. Marvel hints Loki Season 2 will undo 11 years of redeeming the MCU villain. That's right. Just like all the other Marvel characters, slowly but surely, they are going to undo all of their heroic accomplishments. They actually did that in Loki Season 1 when they had the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Gems as paperweights, everybody treating the entire thing as a joke. It looks like they're going to continue their losing streak with Loki Season 2, which is probably going to be woke, boring garbage just like the first season. The new plot synopsis for Loki Season 2 may indicate that the MCU is trying to undo Loki's villainous past and redemption arc. The multiverse breaking free from the sacred timeline could erase Loki's darker days and suggest that his actions were not his own. It will be interesting to see how Loki continues his second redemption arc, but it is important for him to take responsibility for his past choices and strive to make better ones in the present. Yeah, but they're not going to do that. They're going to make Loki seem like a weak, pathetic male, just like the first season. That's what they did with Sylvie. All right, when she first showed up on screen and she's like, "This isn't about you." The new plot synopsis for Loki Season 2 suggests the MCU may be looking to undo Loki's original villain arc. Played by Tom Hiddleston, the MCU's resident god of mischief has effectively received a second redemption arc after his fate was changed in 2012, thanks to the time-traveling exploits seen in 2019's Avengers Endgame. Set on a new course working with the Time Variance Authority in Loki Season 1, the upcoming second season may set a problematic precedent regarding the past of Thor's rather complicated sibling. So they're just going to do away with it. All those Avengers movies and, everything that Loki's ever done, it's just undone now. Amazing, because that's par for the course for Marvel now. Loki Season 1 ended with major reveals about the sacred timeline and its purpose, with He Who Remains having been killed by Loki's variant Sylvie. The multiverse broke free from the containment that was the sacred timeline, a carefully curated sequence of events ensuring that He Who Remains variants couldn't exist, most notably King the Conqueror. As a result, the synopsis for Loki Season 2 may try to erase Loki's darker days with its continued explorations of fate and free will. Yeah, and by the way, Jonathan Majors in the trailer, it was just the Kang from the post-credit scene in Ant-Man 3. They're hiding this guy in the trailer. They're not showing Jonathan Majors Kang in the Loki Season 2 trailer, although it was teased in the post-credits scene in Ant-Man 3. And it's really interesting that they're trying to hide him. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because of the legal issues that he's going through right now. But yeah, they did not show him. All they did was show the post-credits scene. And that was your tease for him. Loki Season 2 may be excusing Loki's villain era, but shouldn't. All in all, the recently revealed synopsis for Loki Season 2 is equal parts exciting and concerning. Quote, Loki navigates an ever-expanding and increasingly dangerous multiverse in search of Sylvie, Judge Renslayer, Miss Minutes, and the truth of what it means to possess free will and glorious purpose. Yeah, but Sylvie, why is anyone looking for Sylvie? She looks just as girl bossy, by the way, in this new season as she did before. I think they tried to make her look a little bit prettier, but honestly, she was really annoying in the first season. Probably why nobody really liked her, especially since Loki was simping on her the entire time. You're amazing, Sylvie, while I'm weak and pathetic. You're the most amazing thing ever. And Sylvie's just like sitting there quiet, knowing the sad truth about how pathetic Loki is and how amazing she is because Kevin Feige says so. The synopsis raises the worrying possibility that Loki's villainy featured in both the first Thor and Avengers movies will be hand-waved by the idea that the universe took away his free will. Oh, that's so sad. This same would be true for the MCU's original Loki and his continued villainy as seen in Thor, The Dark World, before his redemption arc in Thor Ragnarok. As explained by He Who Remains in the finale of Loki Season 1, Loki had to be a villain in order for the events of the sacred timeline to unfold. Nobody really had free will. Everything was supposed to happen. and now they're going to undo it because Kang said so. This could certainly be an interesting avenue to explore in Loki Season 2, however, it's also risky if the MCU show starts suggesting that Loki himself didn't play a role in his own preceding villain arc, both the one he currently has and the one he was meant to have in the original MCU timeline prior to becoming a variant after Endgame. That was a mouthful. Overall, it will be far more interesting to see Loki continuing to deal with a second ongoing redemption arc in the upcoming season. How Loki Season 2 can avoid sabotaging Loki's second redemption arc. Maybe just by not making the second season at all. It's too late now, the trailer's out, right? It makes me wonder how much they changed. You know, considering everything that Jonathan Majors is going through, I wonder if they did any reshoots or if they're just continuing on with the Kang storyline. I know that Miss Minutes is in the trailer. We got the Jonathan Majors post-credits scene inserted in there for some reason rather than anything new. Sylvie is in half of the trailer. We get to see her just being a complete girl boss, 100%. And then we get Owen Wilson, and we got Loki and them being in a kind of like friendship bond thing. They did get Short Round, Ke Huy Quan, you know, the guy who plays Short Round in Indiana Jones. They have him in the trailer too. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I like that guy's acting. You know, I'm interested to see what his role is. I'm not really excited about the second season as a whole. Of course, they have him in this show, and they have him in Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I guess Disney couldn't put 2 and 2 together and put him in Indiana Jones 5, whatever. Regardless of the role the Sacred Timeline played in events and how it affected Loki's fate and free will, the MCU's God of Mischief should still feel responsible for his own past choices, as he strives to make better ones in his present. Yeah, but you know who doesn't have to account for their past decisions and everything that they've done? Sylvie, of course, even though she basically sent the entire multiverse into disarray. She doesn't have to account for anything. Do you know why? Loki said it himself. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You don't make mistakes. As Loki is ultimately in search of a future that holds a genuine, glorious purpose, it will be important to maintain the concept that the glorious purpose Loki was after in the past was the friends he made along the way. Oh, sorry, as a villain wasn't what he actually wanted. Hopefully this will be reflected in the upcoming season of Loki when he's taught a lesson by Sylvie about how awful it is to be a man. Oh, whoops. Yep. Sorry. It's streaming in October. This trailer actually looks pretty good, but I've learned my lesson. I have learned it. Whenever there is a Marvel trailer, just take it with a grain of salt. It's important that we figure out if this show's going to be any good before it comes out. If it's the same kind of boring walking from here to there and talking about how awesome Sylvie is the whole time, just like the first season, then, I mean, by all accounts, this season is done. Disney is already on a losing streak. Marvel is already on a losing streak. They're not doing well. It's going to be interesting to see what this show does. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and share it if you want to see more like this. Consider subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Say goodbye, Plato. Meow, meow.